Hello everybody, Smooth around here, and today we're going to be doing the storyline of Piggy. Now I want to mention, because I know the storyline. So in chapter 1, so in chapter 1, oh yeah, he escaped. Oh wow. Alright, in chapter 1 what was it? In chapter 1, yeah, you go looking for George. Because that's where he's last seen, at his house. Then you escape there, and because you're an officer, you go back to the station. And then you're like, oh no, there are monsters at the station, so you have to escape and get into Doggy's car. And then chapter 3, you run out of gas and are completely surrounded, so you have to go into the gallery. Then you escape, and 4 weeks later, you're in the forest. Doggy has drank a potion, which has turned him evil. So then he's evil, and I quite like them all. It's one of my favorite chapters. Then he's evil, and you escape and hear Dr. P on the things, and he's like, oh, and he was actually looking for her. We don't know who she is, but I've noticed there's snow in the outpost. It says next to the helicopter. It's like, I went to the forest to look for her, but I didn't find it, and it said it was by Mr. P. So instead of finding her, he obviously found you, and he was like, oh, I want you to save my friend Bunny from the school. And I think her was supposed to be Mrs. P, who you see a picture of in chapter 9, no, chapter 8, and then you see in chapter 9 the shadow of through a window. Okay, and then you escape, you go to the school, of course, in chapter 5, you get Bunny out, then you go to the sewers, and you meet Mr. P, and you say, oh, I don't feel so good. So then, because you don't feel so good, you go to the hospital and hallucinate Doggy. Yes, who's been missing for weeks. Wait a sec. Oh, I can get Vivi now. And also, look, this mousey. You escape. Oh no, this Robbie. You escape, and you go. You go and what was it? Oh no, sorry, I can't. You escape, and then you're supposed to go in a helicopter with Mr. P. But then, like, as well as that, what happened is, oh nice, it's gone. You're supposed to go in a helicopter, but then he's already taken it and left. So instead, you go to the basement, which is the metro, then you find out that Bunny also drank a potion, just like Doggy. And then, oh, what happened next? So then she's gonna turn into a monster, which is bad. So then you leave on the train and you want to avenge her. So you go to Mr. P's carnival and you look for him. Then you instead find, oh, what was it you find? Oh, I forgot. No, how could I forget? Then you find at the carnival, oh yeah, then you escape and you find Pony and Vivi. Then you go back to the safe, so you try to go back to a safe place, and you go to the city to get there. And if you look in the background, you can actually see that what was it? That Mrs. P her shadow is there, which I've already mentioned. So, oh my gosh, it's so loud. Let me turn Robbie's sound off, mostly. So, as well as that, after after you go there, and then you see someone hiding in a dumpster. So, I know where this goes. You see someone hiding, and you follow them to the mall. And it turned out to be George, Pig. So then you let him come with you. Yeah. Then he comes with you. And oh. And then and then what happens? Oh, I'm trying to remember this. Storyline. Oh yeah. So then you hear so there's this helicopter signal that you, Pony, and Dizzy can check out. But George stays with his sisters, and trap. Oh, that was a close one. No, I'm stuck. I escaped. So then, actually in the background, you may notice a lot of people notice Giraffe, so he's good. But he's also talking to Giraffe. Is actually talking to Mimi. So Mimi and Giraffe are good because they're in a safe place. And they're with you, not trying to attack you. They're actually talking to each other, so they're both chatting. And as well, so they're good. And then you go check out the signal. Takes you to a military base, the outpost, and I actually never got killed by Mousy before. I kind of want to check that out. But I kind of don't want to. I kind of just want to stay alive. And I've not been killed by Robbie either before. Just the only one from this chapter I've been killed by is Mimi, I think. So, yeah, and then at the outpost, there's actually a lot of bots that just appear. They're all military soldiers. And in the ending, George follows you, but he attracts a bunch of soldiers. So then Dizzy and Pony hold the soldiers off while you and George go and check out the base where you think Mr. P is. And Mr. P is actually part robot now. Of course, we saw him before and he wasn't. It's like, and he thinks you guys are dead. That you and George were dead. And you, of course, you weren't. Oh, I think he thinks you're dead because he thinks that... Oh, hi, Robbie there! He thinks that Bunny would have killed you. So he's like, oh, they've come back to haunt me. And then he leaves. Chapter 12 isn't out yet, so I don't know what happens next. But yeah, there's also torture. And it's like, what? It's confusing. So we have no idea on chapter 12 yet, because I'm recording this the day that I'm actually uploading this the day that chapter 11's come out. And yeah. So that's interesting. By the way, if anyone wants to get into the helicopter thing, I tried jumping to get there from a certain place. Didn't work. Just wanted you to know that. Oh no, Robbie's there, I'm dead. Well, that's my first death and the scariest guy yet. But yeah. So that's what happened. It's like, whoa. And then bye everyone, bye.